The BRICS go for gold. Folks, it's Fernando doing another video for the Modern Survivalists and continuing with the topic of gold and global economy. How is this aligning? This is from July 16th, and the article says, after months of debate about various currency and commodity baskets, Russia and China-led consortium has apparently settled on using gold as the basis of a planned new international currency system separate from the US dollar and euro. As recently reported by State Fund Russia Today, and upcoming meetings of leaders from Brazil, Russia, India, China in August may include the formal introduction of the new initiative. This is still, this is still up in the air. Could it happen? Well, that's what Russians are saying. Are Russians honest about things? No, they rarely ever are. But it is something that if you look at the different indicators, we were talking recently about why central banks are stocking up on gold, because they're preparing for potentially something like this happening. If China announces a new currency shared with Russia and a bunch of our countries, which are not as big a country as China in the international economic scenario, it is still a currency backed by gold like no other. That will beat the crap out of the fiat currency US dollar. Can you trust China? Can you trust Russia? No. But it's still a currency backed by gold, and they have a ton of it. They've been accumulating gold for several years now. Maybe this was a plan all along. This would be similar to the Bretton Woods meeting in 1944, where after the floating currency chaos of the Great Depression, a new gold-based international currency architecture was laid out. The centerpiece was the US dollar, which in turn would be linked to gold at $35 an ounce. Its gold parity since 1933, this laid the foundation for 2 decades of peace, prosperity, and a fixed exchange rate, which sadly came to an end when the US dollar was floated from its golden anchor in 1971. Since then, various governments have attempted to move back towards an international arrangement based on gold. In 2019, Malaysia Prime Minister, I won't say that, proposed a pan-Asian currency based on gold. At the moment, we have to depend upon the US dollar, but the US dollar is also not stable. It's not stable because it's not real money. It's just paper with little colors in it. That's basically it. So the currency that we propose should be based on gold, because gold is much more stable. It is the currency of humanity. It has been for thousands of years. This too mirrors the Bretton Woods debate, where John Maynard Keynes' banker proposal, which amounted to a global floating fiat currency, was abandoned in favor of the gold-based US dollar at the heart of the system. This would be, and again, am I in favor of China, Russia? Of course not. Am I in favor of gold? Yes, I am. Gold would be going back to a gold-based currency. Having gold as the only real currency for humanity would end the slavery that the fiat currency is for the rest of us. It is just stealing from everyone just to benefit the elite. It is an evil economic system that enslaves people. When they talk about redistribution of wealth, you know what the real best redistribution of wealth is? Gold. That's how you stop this nonsense of hundreds of billions and billions of dollars. This tech mogul has, I don't know, 10 billion. No, that all ends with gold. There's simply not enough money for that bullshit. There's no billions of anything, because you have to actually go and mine somehow, somewhere, that precious metal. So everything is immediately redistributed in a more realistic fashion. There's a limit to how much money it is. Are you smart? Okay, you make more money. Are you dumb and lazy? Yeah, you probably will make less. But you know what? Even if you're successful, there's only a limit to how much money others can give you, because it's gold. There's no way of printing this debt-based bullshit money that we live in today. Folks, that's the reality of this. Let's see how it goes. BRICS go for gold. If they do, they will destroy the US dollar. If they go with something like this, you better have something that's more valuable than green paper. See you on our next video, and remember, if you're interested in this kind of topics, you have street survival skills for the practical aspect of preparedness, and you have surviving the economic collapse, a lot of this in this book right here. See you on next time. Take care.